How to control your mind during static breath holding. Tips and tools in this video coming up. What's up, Gert from GertLeroy.com with Master Freediving. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm a freedive instructor, I dive on breath holds, and this channel is all about helping you master freediving, including tutorials, stories and the latest news from the freediving community. And today we're going to take you through the different stages of static apnea. Now pay attention. You are going to hold your breath 3 times together with me and Augusto Vegas, the founder of Survival Apnea, who's going to give you tips and tools on how to control your mind. So if you're new here, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos.
First of all, a big part of breath holding goes around learning how to deal with the sensations of discomfort. So, where is this exercise going to start? These 3 steps. We need to understand what the sensation of discomfort means, where it comes from. So, to the count of 3, I'm going to ask you to, let's say, you're going to be comfortable sitting down or laying flat on the ground. And when I count you down to 3, 2, 1, you're going to take a deep breath in through the mouth or the nose, it doesn't really matter. And you will hold your breath until you feel mild to moderate discomfort. You should not try to hold the breath to a PB, a personal best, or until going purple or blue. You're simply going to hold the breath until you feel mild to moderate discomfort. Are we ready? So make yourself comfortable. And 3, 2, 1, take a deep breath in. Hold your breath.
Alright guys, pause this video, take a deep breath, and when you're done, continue watching the video.
You held your breath, you were paying attention to what you felt, where you felt it, and when it was clear, it was evident that there was a change in your body. Before this turned too uncomfortable, you decided to breathe again. Right?
Alright.
Now, question to you, public. Whilst you were holding your breath, did you try any trick, any strategy in particular that you thought would allow you to lengthen this breath hold or make it more comfortable?
Let us know in the comments down below.
Chances are you just held your breath and you were a bit unsure of what to do. You were just holding the breath, and when the sensation appeared, you were, oh, here it is, I better breathe now before it gets too uncomfortable, right? If I had asked this question to a bunch of experienced elite freedivers, chances are our conversation could have gone for a few minutes. Why? Because they are masters at the mental, at mastering that inner game when mind and body are dealing with mild, moderate to extreme physical discomfort. So, I like to refer to this inner game, this experience, as the breath hold journey. The trip one goes in the mind, one goes through when dealing with a breath hold experience. So, every breath hold has a beginning and has an end, all right? Now, if you're starting this breath hold from a resting place, resting position, the body still unchallenged, mind unchallenged, you take that last breath, you start to hold, chances are you're gonna feel very calm at first. It's almost guaranteed. Now,
It's the easiest part.
It's the easiest part. Like
part
Gert
of the
says,
breath hold.
the first part of the breath hold is the most comfortable part of the breath hold. So, being the first part, the relaxation part of the breath hold, like freedivers like to call it, the most pleasant part of the breath hold, doesn't it make sense to make it last longer? Of course. Now, how do you think you make a relaxation stage, a relaxation phase last longer? First of all, you need to recognize that relaxation is a skill. A lot of people understand relaxation as a concept, but very few know how to actually effectively enter a relaxation state and stay there. So relaxation is a skill, and as a skill, like any skill, it can be learned, you can polish it, improve it over time. Before this second breath hold, I want you to come up with a relaxation strategy, a relaxation trick. What do some freedivers use? For example, they take their last breath and they play a song in their heads, or they go into memories that make them feel good, or they work on a meditation technique if they are into meditation, or they decide to focus on surrounding sounds, sensations on the skin, sensations in the body, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, what relaxes me might not relax Gert. What relaxes Gert might not relax you.
It's an individual thing.
It's very personal. So it's part of your homework, part of your responsibility over time, if you decide to engage with this type of exercises training, to discover what's your ideal relaxation technique. Now, moving on. You take the last breath, you put in practice your relaxation technique. At some point you will notice mild discomfort appearing, which slowly starts getting more and more intense. When you get to this point, when the sensation of discomfort starts to appear extreme, intense, the average human being will swear that they are about to collapse, that their body cannot keep going. However, experienced breath holders, elite freedivers, have developed the skill to feel these sensations, yet navigate through them in complete control of themselves. Doesn't this sound cool? Of course, it's easier said than done, but hold in there. I have more for you. So, next breath hold, you're going to start and put in practice a relaxation technique. Let's say you choose a song. You start your breath hold, you're playing this song in your head over and over and over. Sensations of discomfort appear. Suddenly they get from mild to moderate. Before you know it, your song is no longer chilling you out, it's no longer effective. So what then? A lot of elite athletes, not only freedivers, but elite athletes like ultramarathon runners, for example, go to, let's say, what I would like to refer as a second backup strategy, a stronger anchor, an anchoring point. So, in your next breath hold, you are going to start with a relaxation technique. Pay attention to what you feel and where you feel it. And before this sensation of discomfort turns too strong, you're going to jump from your relaxation technique into something else, something I like to refer to as a mental firewall. Okay, I'm going to put MF.
A mental firewall.
And mental firewall can also be referred to as a mantra, a short and repetitive phrase. Now, you're going to repeat this phrase over and over and over and over. Ideally, this phrase should be 3 to 4 seconds long max, something simple, easy to remember. And maybe even better if it means something for you. To give you ideas, this could be something as I am safe, I am strong, or stay calm, or you've got this, or I am a merman, or I am a mermaid, or simple as keep on going, or even as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you decide. You don't need to share it with me just yet. Okay? So repeating the exercise. You start with a relaxation technique. You pay attention to what you feel and where you feel it. Before it gets too uncomfortable, you switch onto a strong anchoring point, which will allow you to enter the most intense part of the breath hold in a stronger state of mind, in a much sharper, much more focused state of mind. And at some point, your breathing muscles will start contracting. Soon I'll explain you why. These contractions or hiccups are going to be initially very mild, imperceptible almost. Slowly they start getting more intense and more frequent. And then you decide to breathe again. So in a way, I am telling you to override the sensation of I need to breathe now. So you must be wondering, okay, Augusto, then how long can I actually hold my breath for? To give you an idea, this is not a rule written on stone, it's just a point of reference. Is from the moment you feel this urge to breathe or the first contraction, somewhere around there, let's say the time has gone to, let's say, a minute, and you feel this, chances are you still have double the time left in the tank. So, another minute. Again, not a rule written on stone, but a point of reference. Main point is that from the moment you feel intense discomfort, your body can still keep going for a lot longer. Isn't that cool? Alright? So, going back to the exercise that you're about to start. Choose a relaxation technique. Can be a song, can be a memory, something that relaxes you. You're going to pay attention to what you feel and where you feel it. Before it gets too intense, you're going to jump into a short, repetitive phrase, which you're going to repeat in a calm way. And we're going to see how far into the breath hold journey this takes you. Sounds good? Before you start, to be honest with you, I do not really care how far you go. For me, much more important is the level of attention that you pay to each of these steps. Because in that self-observation is where you're going to actually find a goal that is going to help you in any challenge you go through later. guys, please make yourself comfortable, and to a count of 3, you're going to start your second breath hold. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and hold.
Okay, same as before, pause this video, take a deep breath, and continue watching when your breath hold has come to an end.
Okay, guys, so how did it go? Chances are, it is very likely that the length of the second breath hold was longer than the length of the breath hold number 1. Okay? Why? I mean, to be honest, a few minutes in between each other is not long enough time to evolve physiologically, physically, but it's enough time to evolve, learn something new mentally. Alright, so basically with a few little tricks, strategies, you were able to go through a challenge and take it further. Alright, so you can compare the times between the first and the second and answer that question for yourselves.
Did you notice a difference between the first and the second breath hold? And let us know in the comments.
Once you've let's say, proven to yourself that that mental strategy played to your benefit during that second breath hold, I'm going to add a third mental strategy and send you into a third breath hold. And then you're going to find out where that takes you.
This is a third and final breath hold they're going to
A
practice.
third and final breath hold you're going to practice. Some clarifications. Why did I say this phrase needs to be short and repetitive? Because when the body and mind are going through a tough challenge, the body and mind like to feel, they like to taste a small sense of victory. Otherwise, especially if the challenge is a very deep dive or a very long run, a very hard, endurance event, if the finish line is too far, just that thought in itself could be enough to defeat you. However, if after every short phrase, which takes 3 to 4 seconds, you feel a small taste, I have one more phrase in me, chances are that is helping you to keep on going, even in the presence of extreme physical discomfort. Alright, just to clarify this point. Now, one third piece of advice, an amazing strategy, not only for breath holding, but any type of event, any type of challenge in life. You could be anywhere along this breath hold journey. Let's say you're here. I'm gonna change colors to make it a little more clear. There we go. You're here along your breath hold journey, coming out of the relaxation phase, about to enter the more uncomfortable part of the breath hold, and suddenly your mind starts to get worried. Your mind, your thoughts start to anticipate, jump into the future. What if? Why am I doing this? This feels so hard. It's gonna feel so much harder. Now, this is called anticipation. And the problem, the weakening side of anticipation is that anticipation disconnects us from the present, from the here and now. So, during the third breath hold, if at any point in your breath hold journey you notice any sign of anticipation creeping in, I want you to block it. How? If you notice anticipation coming in, you're going to go back to your relaxation technique or go back to your short and repetitive phrases. These phrases block any potential thoughts, emotions that could make us weaker, that could break us. That's why we're keeping the mind busy in this sort of vicious but very positive strengthening cycle of a short and repetitive phrase. Are you ready? Okay, so find yourself comfortable. Now we're entering the third breath hold, in which our focus is going to be in spotting and avoiding anticipation. 3, 2, 1.
Third and last breath hold, again the same. Take a deep breath, and when you're done, continue watching this video.
Okay guys, so now you've done the 3 breath holds. The first one had no coaching at all. Second one had the, let's say, the coaching or the application of the techniques of a relaxation and the mental firewall. And on the third one, you put in practice dealing with anticipation and avoiding it. The static breath hold, in a way, has a very slow entry into what eventually will become extreme discomfort. Now, the importance of this is that because you are not moving, chances are you have your eyes closed, you can clearly visualize all the stages prior to entering the challenge slowly and taking it past the point that you thought it was possible. So in a way, it will help you understand that the impossible suddenly can become possible if your head is in the right place.
Thank you, Augusto. Thank you so much. Question of the day: did any of these strategies help you in controlling your mind better? Let us know in the comments, yes or no. And if you want to know more about mastering freediving, then hit the round subscribe button here. And here I have a playlist about breathing techniques for freediving. So go ahead and click on that. That's it, guys. See you next time. Peace.